So today is National Voter Registration Day. NBC's Chris Jansing is out in Kissimmee, Florida, a critical state for the 2016 election. Turnout in Florida really could make the difference for Hillary Clinton or for Donald Trump. And Chris, this is the latest stop on the tour that you're making of battleground states. Tell us what you're hearing from Florida voters.
Well, like the rest of America, an awful lot of them watched the debate, but what's really interesting is it really solidified some people's views who already for Trump or Clinton. The other folks haven't necessarily been convinced. Now, the people that I'm walking with are part of a group called the LIBRE Initiative. They're not with either candidate, but they are a conservative organization. They believe in smaller government. They believe in things like school choice. And they're in this Puerto Rican neighborhood, as they are often every single day. Groups like this of 2 or 3 going door to door and knocking, making sure that people are registered. This is critical. There is no single group that is growing more quickly than Puerto Ricans who are fleeing economic uncertainty in their own country. So as we watch to see if they get fortunate and have somebody home here, I want to tell you about Javier Alma, who is typical of people that we've been talking to today. He said in the beginning of the debate, he thought Trump did well. Then he started laughing. He thought that he was so uninformed. But when I asked him who was he going to vote for, listen to what he said.
I don't know for who I'm going to vote, but if I want to vote, if I decided at the end, I go for Trump.
Because?
Yes.
Why?
Because we need a change. More, Clinton is like she's already 8 years in the White House, and she was a U.S. Senate, and she was the Secretary of State, and really he don't do a lot. I mean,
is there anything you could hear that might change your mind in the next month or 5 weeks?
For what? To
vote for her?
No, no.
So the question is, can the other side, can the Trump team get people like him out to vote? And here's why it's critical. Barack Obama won about 60% of the Puerto Rican vote the last time around. Hillary's about 53%. They want to bring that number up, which is why they're having 300 different sites for voter registration today. But on this other side, you have people like the LIBRE organization. These are paid staffers. They will knock on 500 doors a day, talk to as many as 1,000 people. How many miles do you put on? Do you have any idea?
A lot of miles.
A lot of miles. And there's a reason they call this a battleground, Kate. If you look at the average of the most recent polls, it's less than 1% dividing these folks. One last thing that I find really interesting, what they find going door to door is a lot of people who say they're going to vote for Hillary Clinton also say they're going to vote for Marco Rubio. Kate?
That is interesting. Chris Jansing down in Kissimmee, Florida.